strive to live our lives to the fullest, to be healthier, happier, and more productive. Our bodies have the natural ability to adapt, to improve, and to help us reach our potential. There is one critical element inside each and every one of us that can help us achieve that potential and improve almost every aspect of our lives. It's called glutathione. World-renowned researcher Dr. Nagasawa recognized the importance of glutathione to our health decades ago and was inspired to bring a better quality of life to the world.
It is already natural to your cell. Your body produces glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant that's present in every cell of the body.
It defends, cleanses, and supports every one of our cells. It is one of our body's most important assets to promote health from within, particularly in the fight against oxidation. Oxidation can cause our bodies harm. It's caused by reactive molecules known as free radicals that damage our cells and other structures, including our DNA.
By definition, a free radical is a molecule that has one extra electron, and these molecules are very reactive and unstable and can interact with our healthy cells and tissue and cause damage if they're not neutralized by our antioxidants.
Ever cut open an apple and notice it turn brown from exposure to the air? This is from oxidation, which works similarly on our cells, damaging the function of the cells by deterioration from free radicals. Glutathione works to protect our cells from the negative effects of oxidation and the stress it can cause by neutralizing free radicals and helping to prevent the chain reaction of cell damage. Glutathione has been the subject of over 120,000 research citations and is one of the most scientifically researched materials in our bodies. Optimal levels of glutathione benefit us by working to reduce the negative impact on our cells caused by physical and mental stress, poor diets, and environmental factors.
As you get older and older, your glutathione level goes down. If you're subject to the environmental toxins, even some drugs, you're liable to deplete glutathione. Therefore, you need to replenish it.
The benefits of higher levels can be seen in energy levels, mental clarity, our quality of sleep, and even our skin. Athletes the world over know of its importance for naturally enhancing athletic performance. By way of a significant scientific breakthrough, there is a unique compound that provides the proper ingredients to help support the natural production of glutathione. RiboCeine is that revolutionary discovery.
What we have done is combine ribose, a natural sugar, with L-cysteine, a natural amino acid, together to form RiboCeine. You can take RiboCeine by the oral route, and it is now bioavailable and gets into the cells.
RiboCeine has been the subject of over 20 independent peer-reviewed studies. RiboCeine is the patented natural way to enhance glutathione levels and is available exclusively from Max International. Max's RiboCeine technology is unique in how it supports the ability to create glutathione from within, so we can enjoy the benefits of increased glutathione support in our everyday lives. RiboCeine is only available in Max's innovative line of products to complement a healthier lifestyle and a healthier you. Whether you're looking for scientifically proven supplements that are designed to improve your overall health, as well as safe and effective weight loss options, Max's goal is to help you achieve better health and wellness.
This gives me great satisfaction that Max International has taken upon themselves to disseminate this information and the product throughout the world.
If you're looking to provide your body the support it needs from within to live your life to the fullest and maximize your potential, then RiboCeine is for you. Contact the person who shared this video with you to learn more about Max's exclusive family of products containing RiboCeine. Don't wait. Maximize your life with RiboCeine and take charge of your health and wellness today.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you saw in this video, we have some amazing technology. And this evening, myself and my presenter partner will be presenting a wonderful selection of products that can really embellish your lives in so many ways. My name is Christian Gingras, and I've been with Max International for well over 18 and a half years. And I'll be presenting this evening with my great friend, with Mireille. Now, Mireille, I know that you've had an incredible story with this also this product, and as you are sharing your segment, feel free to share your story briefly on exactly how this product has impacted your life. As I know, has impacted my life, my wife's life in so many ways.
Happy to. Thank you, Chris. Good evening, everyone, and I'm so delighted to be presenting with you, Chris, my mentor, and also so delighted to be able to share about this wonderful impact we've had in our lives with this information we're going to be sharing tonight. And it starts with health. And unfortunately, most people in the world today are exposed to high levels of pollutions and toxins. They suffer from high stress, poor diets, lack of sleep, and these issues are not helping our overall health. Deaths from non-infectious diseases continue to rise. According to the World Health Organization, the two top causes of death worldwide are heart disease and stroke. Diabetes, kidney disease, and others add to the leading causes of death globally. See, these trends definitely show us that there are health challenges in our world today. So taking care of our health is critical. Health is wealth. All of us have heard that saying, and taking good care of our bodies is the basic foundation for creating significant changes in our lives. I experienced it myself a few years ago. After being an athlete all my life with an infection that got me, and I know it's that protection and that good health that really helped me recover so well and so quickly. How about you, Chris?
I totally agree. As a matter of fact, I had some injuries. I've done. I used to be a karate guy. In fact, I was an instructor. I reached my black belt 3rd degree, and it's not something I share often. But there was a part of my life where I thought I was invincible, and there's been some serious issues that occurred. And actually, along the way, at one point, I thought I was playing Tarzan, and we were in Mexico in some lagoon. And it was about 80 feet from where I was down to the water. And the water was a very thick mineral. It was actually not like the normal water you'd swim like you go in a swimming pool. And so the water was very thick. So I went ahead and dive in head first. And what happened is when I hit the water, my shoulder did some kind of a move and it broke in 3 places. And we were in vacation, folks. That was absolutely horrible. And I remember going to the emergency there, and the doctor told me I needed to have like 4 or 5 pins. I said, you know what? I was in Mexico, which I do love, but I said, I prefer going back home in Canada and just see what the doctor's going to say here. And in the meantime, I doubled my intake. In fact, at the time we had the Max GXL, and we'll talk about that briefly. Make a long story short, by the time I ended up doing another X-ray when I went in Canada, the doctor was very impressed on when I had the injury and how fast the healing was occurring. At one point where they saw that I don't think that I need to have an operation based on the separation of the bones, that it should be healing properly. And the healing process was twice as fast. And I remember when I went for physio, the doctor realized, wow, the healing is extremely fast. And this is exactly, folks, what we want to talk to you about. See, our overall health depends on the health of our individual cells. If your cells are healthy, folks, our bodies are healthy. And one of the reasons is
glutathione. And it's a word that you may not have heard of before, but it's a word that's going to impact you and you're going to remember it. Glutathione. That's what keeps your cells healthy. After food, water, oxygen, the 4th thing every cell needs to survive is glutathione. And
so that's that's a bit of a mouthful of a word. So glutathione. Can you explain to the audience here? And again, folks, if you're just coming in on a recording or you're here live, we want to welcome you. Feel free to share your comment and feedback. If you had a great story, just feel free to share it. Even after this live video is taking place, feel free to share in the comments. And by the way, if you like the video, folks, do us a favor, just hit that like button and the algorithm will basically share it to more people. So again, back to the question, Mireille, what is glutathione?
Well, once again, when I first, discovered these wonderful products, I was in a state. I had my own fitness studio, which was a dream of mine, but wow, that dream became a harsh reality when I found myself teaching 4 or 5 times a day and training clients and also managing my own household, husbands, dogs, everything else. And glutathione, really rescued my overall health. And the reason why is because glutathione is our body's natural defense against toxins, pollutions, and so much more. And when you overdo and when you overexert yourself, you are attacking your own body, which is what I was doing. So no wonder this wonderful, product, just helped my body to sustain every single day. So with regards to glutathione in our cells, we produce it naturally, and the cells in our bodies, and it's our natural defense system, like I said, against toxins, pollutions, and so much more. So every day there's thousands of attacks on our cells, and it's the glutathione that protects us against these attacks. Without optimal levels of glutathione, our cells cannot stay healthy. And we know that if our cells are not healthy, our bodies are not healthy.
That's an understatement. In fact, when you have optimal glutathione, we have so many benefits. Just to name a few, your immune system is stronger. You'll find that most people in the office, if you happen to be working in an office environment, will get sick with the common situation. I don't want to say COVID because anyway, that's political. At the end of the day, what's going on here, folks, is you may find it yourself. You may not deal with the common issue that people have. This is what happens when you have a strong immune system. You reduce the inflammation in your cells. Folks, inflammation is the major cause of probably almost every single issues that we're dealing with in the medical realm today. It helps slows down the aging process. I mean, I'll sign up for that class, right? We get better energy, better sleep, reduce stress, and better mental focus and clarity. These are all the things you're going to start recognizing. It's also important to recognize that it improves our performance, whether it is mental, physical. We get better stamina recovery, so we can perform better either in the gym, the classroom, the boardroom, and folks, even the bedroom, right? Relationship, it's important to keep it spicy and keep it strong, and having products that can really help you perform. I assure you, you will not regret it.
I agree 100%. But here's the bad news. From about the age of 20, not 28, 20, our glutathione levels start to go down naturally just due to aging. So if there's aging and there's also stress, like being a high performance athlete like you were, Chris, and like I have been in the past as well, too, well, it goes down even faster. So we usually lose 10 to 15% of our glutathione levels every decade. And you can see that by the time we're in our 40s, 50s, and above, our glutathione levels are nowhere near where it should be. So it's not surprising that we start to hear about health issues, lack of energy, aches and pains, trouble sleeping, and so many other complaints as we see people getting older. And I'd like to say that I am happy to profess that I'm not in that group of people who talks about those things. And I don't say that to boast. I say that because I can proudly, endorse that. I don't feel that. And it's great to share with others the opportunity that they have to perhaps not feel those things too.
I totally agree with you. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to be 60 next year. In fact, not next year, next month. And, my wife and I are training every single day. I'm sure she'll share when she shares her testimony. And, I'm lifting like 60 pounds and we're not doing like 10 reps. We're doing like 3 sets of, let me rephrase that. 3 times, 3 set of 10 each. It turns out to be about 120 times. And the fact is, my volume is increasing while, my stomach, I'm not perfect, but what's happening is, I notice my bicep, I notice my chest and even my shoulders, everything is getting strong, and I feel really, really good. And I meet people in my age that I cannot believe that they're in that stage in their lives. And I'm not saying that the glutathione is the reason for all of that. It's also responsibility. I'm physically active. But what the glutathione does, it gives me the ability to recover a lot faster. And the problem that we see here is when you have the stress, the poor diet, the toxin, the illness, alcohol, and all the issues, other issues that causes the glutathione to go down even faster. And remember what we said, if the optimal level of glutathione is not at par, then your cells cannot be healthy. If your cells are not healthy because of the lack of glutathione production, then unfortunately your body cannot be healthy. And this is a big concern, and especially today, and the food that we are exposed to, which I'm kind of disappointed in Canada. There's no more, and actually I have to say that I was very glad that I was starting to hear some news that they're starting to be aware and in fact alerted on what's in our nutrition right now, and there's going to be some rules that are going to be imposed. But all for now, it's like a free for all, and we're exposed to so many bad food in Canada. And we should really be aware of this. But in the meantime, these products can really help your body clean all that up. Would you agree?
Absolutely. In fact, I must admit, I feel the same way as you. Eating well is something we have to be aware of, and it's our duty to stay well informed and know what we're putting in our bodies. And let me tell you, when you have these kind of products that are built with quality, with keeping our cells healthy, it certainly helps, because you hear of too many people that are healthy with so many issues, and we know that it is food also induced. And in fact, there's over 74 diseases and health challenges associated with low glutathione. Because even a bad diet will also increase the rate at which your glutathione will diminish. So we want to really emphasize that this is really, really an important matter. So diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, kidney disease, and so many more are just a few health challenges associated with low glutathione. And they can all be addressed if we have strong cells. So that cellular health is so key.
I totally agree. And so we've heard how important glutathione is. So why aren't we just more aware of it? Why is it that the medical realm is not aware of the importance of the glutathione? Well, it's just not part of the curriculum and education process. Maybe because when you think about it, it's naturally produced into the body, but the elements that we consume are not pharmaceutical, they're nutraceutical. So the fact here is that if you take a glutathione pill, for example, people have talked about this. Even in some countries, it's been sold. And unfortunately, it's a bit of a felony because it will be degraded through the digestive system. It becomes completely useless because it's completely, like I said, degraded within the digestive tract. And what happens here is even in some cases, people and people do that. They will actually have intravenous injection of glutathione molecule right into the bloodstream. And in fact, if you go to the emergency, that's one of the fastest way to deal with, for example, someone that's been intoxicated with some kind of an element. I don't want to say the name because I think it's politically incorrect to start mentioning the details. But the point here is that's one of the emergency procedures that they apply whenever there's someone come in with some kind of intoxication of some kind. So the fact here is the glutathione molecule will actually sit into the bloodstream, and it will actually help the patient recover. In fact, they've done some tested with some people with Parkinson's, and it's amazing the studies that were made when it's in. But the problem after the injection is that it dissipates very quickly. It's very expensive. So the question is, how can we raise the glutathione economically, but also very effectively? And that's a solution we want to introduce to you here this evening.
Oh, and that solution is beautiful. And it's a solution that Max International has introduced with RiboCeine. So you see, RiboCeine is a breakthrough in science that raises glutathione within the cells. So that's the key, raising glutathione within the cells, this element that dissipates over time. And as we age, we're able to bring it back to its optimal level within our cells. It's a combination of D-ribose and L-cysteine. Ribose is a simple sugar we use to make energy, and cysteine is an amino acid that we need as one of the key components to make glutathione. The ribose protects the cysteine, getting it into the cell intact, where the ribose will now produce energy and the cysteine is available to make glutathione. What a beautiful symphony of, reactions here.
I totally agree. And Mireille, Dr. Herb Tinagasawan is the creator of RiboCeine. He was just an amazing man. In fact, our late Dr. Robert Keller, he spent over 45 years of professorship, spent 25 years, over 25 years of his life in a science research to create the RiboCeine. You know, we turn around and we consume all these things. We just purchased it, and we don't realize the work that's behind all of that. You know, 54 peer-reviewed studies and more, in fact, that I know that hasn't been published yet. And RiboCeine is the most advanced glutathione support available in the world today here, folks. Over 300% more effective than the next best alternative in raising glutathione, which is kind of ironic because we own the next alternative, which is the acetylcysteine through Max GXL. We'll cover briefly in a minute. And we've already heard how important glutathione and how critical it is for your health. It's a really big deal. So RiboCeine is truly a science breakthrough that solves a real problem in the world today. And because it is only available through Max International, that is the only place you can get it. I really, really believe in what we have. And I'm really, really excited about the future in the next few weeks of what's coming about. So we'll talk about that in future presentations. So back to you, Mireille.
Thank you, Chris. Well, RiboCeine can be found in Max International's breakthrough products that you see displayed in this slide. Max products are halal certified, and they're also approved by the required authorities in any country where Max is officially open. All our products are certified by the Banned Substance Control Group to have no banned substances, so they're safe for athletes and all of us who use them. People love our products. I love our products. And when they try them, they definitely come back for more.
I totally agree. In fact, this is our ultimate favorite, and all our products are wonderful. The reason why I love this one so much because it is pure 100% RiboCeine. That is the only ingredient that's in there, which raises the glutathione, which we've been talking through the entire presentation, how important it is for the healing process. And you'll find that it's excellent for detox, energy, stamina, strength, stress reduction, mental focus, sleeping, skin health, and so much more. It's amazing how the body behaves when you provide it what it needs.
And here is my personal favorite. This is our flagship product, and it's called Cellgevity. I love the name, cellular longevity. Like it's just, it's what it does. And it's our most advanced formula. It contains the RiboCeine that Chris has been telling you about, and 12 other supporting ingredients to raise glutathione within the cells. You take 2 capsules in the morning and 2 in the evening with plenty of water, folks. Most healthy people will notice better energy, mental focus, better sleep, reduce aches and pains. And let me tell you, when I owned my fitness studio and I used to teach 5 classes a day before I got introduced to Cellgevity, yeah, I'd put on a smile and life is great. I'm on that 5th one, but I'd go home and literally, if I sat down, I wasn't getting back up anytime soon. And it changed my life within a very short period of time. People would ask me, how do you sustain doing this, like, year after year? Well, I got help, and I'm so glad I did. So for someone with health challenges, sometimes the results can be absolutely life-changing. If you're healthy and you want to remain healthy, you take Cellgevity. If you're aging and you want to stay youthful, take Cellgevity. If you've had health challenges and you're recovering, take Cellgevity. My recovery floored some of the medical practitioners who were helping me out with my infection. And I was proud to tell them that I was taking Cellgevity. They sat there, they didn't say much because of course it's not in their, in their textbooks, as you say, Chris, but they were, I'm sure, impressed. And if you're struggling with a health situation and you're running out of options, take Cellgevity. It's important to note that our products are supplements. And as Chris mentioned, right, they're not traditional medication. They're nutraceuticals. They support you nutritionally. So they're taken alongside your medication if you should be taking some. And we say they do not treat or cure or prevent any disease. All they do is they improve glutathione within the cells. And you know what glutathione is responsible for? Protecting the cells. And when that happens, health can be remarkably improved. And the testimonies we see on the products are absolutely amazing. We never make promises on what Cellgevity will do for you. We simply say, you know what, commit to 90 days, try it for yourself and see. And you're surely going to have your own testimony to want to share with the rest of the world. Right,
I
Chris?
I totally agree, Mireille. And folks, right now we're going to be shift gear a little bit, and we're going to shift a little bit on the weight, the health weight management, folks. And this scientific advisory team has recently been introduced to Max International, and Dr. Nicole Avena and Dr. Steve Gabriel, both within the medical realm, and both very passionate within the nutraceutical industry without ignoring their background within the medical field. And this is what I love about what we provide as as a product at Inland Consumer, is we have products that are very well respected within the science community, folks. This is why I'm very, very proud to introduce these two wonderful medical practitioners. So I'm going to let you introduce the first product when it comes to the health weight management, Mireille.
Well, as you know, the weight management is an epidemic. I mean, especially for myself, who, I'm in two worlds: my professional world in tech, but also in the fitness and health, wellness world. People are constantly looking for ways to manage their weight. And if we can have a safe, effective, science-proven, and really healthy way to do it, this is certainly through Max GLP-1. So Max GLP-1 is Max International's premium weight management solution that works with your body to naturally boost GLP-1 levels, helping you to manage cravings, support your metabolism, and achieve sustainable weight loss. We don't want the yo-yo up and down with the weight. We want sustainable weight loss. And it's backed by science. It's stimulant-free and designed for real people who want real results.
Absolutely amazing. And to kind of define what we have here and get it without getting too sciencey, the Max GLP-1 is patent and clinically ingredients that include and again, excuse my pronunciation, but a sorghum, which is antioxidant, which is great for muscle recovery. The iriomine, it's actually, again, a natural GLP-1 booster. Right. And the third one is the chromium, which is a picolinate. And tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it reduces hunger, craving, and the fat. Right. And again, the thing is that you have to be disciplined in taking these products. But again, because you take these supplements, doesn't mean that it's going to do miracles. There's also some discipline on your side that you need to keep in mind. The last one here is the Posibio, which is the GLP-1 preservation of the gut lining, which is such an important aspect. You take this product, one capsule in the morning with, again, lots of water. This is really, really important. But you can also combine that with this product over here. Back to you, Mireille.
Yeah, this other support system is our transdermal patch, which delivers a powerful blend of energy-supporting nutrients directly through the skin. So bypassing digestion for fast, sustained results. L-carnitine and alpha-lipoic acid work at the cellular level to support energy metabolism and mitochondrial function. Ashwagandha extract helps our body to adapt to stress and maintain balance. A lot of these products you've seen over the counter, but they're beautifully synchronized and blended into these wonderful nutritional support systems that we have. While decaffeinated green tea extract and quercetin provide antioxidant support and promote cellular vitality. Vitamin B, the B vitamins round out the formula, essential for converting food into energy, supporting the nervous system's health. Together, this targeted combination helps you to stay energized, focused, balanced all day long, no pills, no crash, just clean, consistent energy as you are going through the process of managing and losing weight and managing your weight loss.
Absolutely brilliant. So this is really awesome. Is that we can take both of them, and I know my wife and I take both of them every single day. Again, why the patch? Well, it's smarter delivery, better results, folks. Superior absorption, nutrient delivery directly through the skin into the bloodstream. Consistent results. Avoid potency loss coming with pills and drinking. You know, sometimes if your intestines, it's like your kitchen sink, and if it's not properly maintained, there are layers and layers of fecal matter. Excuse me if I sound a little gross here, but what's happening is the nutrients, which are normally absorbed by the little fingers that are inside your intestines, are not really doing its job. So often the nutrients that you take is skips right through to the bathroom because it's not really absorbed because of what's going on in there. So having the patch can really help with that. No side effect, eliminate upset stomachs and crash and midday fatigue, a convenient application. So you apply it, boom, on your skin, it's done. I just love the patch. Ideal for busy lifestyle. You don't have to. It's very thin, very easy to move around with. Sustained release, which provide a steady time release supply of nutrients. And enhanced performance, supports consistent energy, focus, and stamina. So again, these are all the products of Max International. So at this point, Mireille, I'm going to turn this over to you to kind of talk about a little bit of the testimonial and introduce our wonderful guests here this evening.
Certainly. So, Chris, as you know, we hear thousands of testimonies, and there are thousands of testimonies with Max products. Once people try them, they just come back for more. I've told everybody that I've met, about the Max products at one point in time or another. And we give you the opportunity to hear this presentation so you can make an informed decision. And if you give Max products a try for yourself, we ask you to commit to 90 days. As Chris mentioned earlier on, nothing happens by just blinking, it needs time. And I'm sure after the 90 days, you will be sharing your own fantastic testimony. And speaking of which, this evening we have two wonderful colleagues, friend, Max aficionados who have great stories to tell us. We'll begin with Marie-Paul, and she's also in Ottawa. And then afterwards, Tammy, our dear Tammy, will present as well. So Marie-Paul, take it away.
Thank you, Mireille. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. My story is short, and it could be very long because over the years, as Chris, when we're younger, we're in sports. I was doing martial arts as well due to my job as a parliamentary security professional. And I did injure my back. Actually, the lower back was in sports, in martial arts. My spine was a major car crash, and my thorax was again a work injury where I was crushed like an accordion between a moving cage and a hard place. So, typically I should be on all kinds of anti-inflammatory painkillers and all that. Although I love my job, sometimes it was risky. Things happen and you get injured. When I came across Max, that was at the beginning of the first injury. And I was able to manage the pain. And that's what kept me to sustain without the
pharmaceuticals.
The pharmaceutical, that's the word I was looking for. Because once you start, it's like a vicious circle. And since then, I managed the pain. I can't do all the heavy sports I was doing back then, like mountain climbing and martial arts and so on. But I adapt. I know my limitations, and I do within those limits. But otherwise, I have no health issues. I just turned 69, and touch wood, I'm not taking any meds, right? So like Mireille mentioned, we're always trying to get ourselves in better shape as we age. because the late Dr. John Kindle mentioned, at our age, it's the marathon of our life that we're doing, that we're training for. And we need to stay healthy to prevent falls and later other diseases. So that's my story. And, Chris, you and I, and you, Tammy, all of you are training hard. And when we're young, we dance, metaphorically. But when we're in our 40s and beyond, we have to pay the fiddler. Like all the things start to come out. We get injured, we recuperate quite fast. But as we age, if we do injure ourselves, we don't recuperate as fast. And without Max products, like you all, I started with Max GXL, and now I'm taking all the products because they offer me some relief and some comfort. So that's my story. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Marie-Paul. Thank you for inspiring us with your story. And now over to the woman with magical hair. I think the first time I met you, Tammy, I know the no word of a lie. I did meet you at our conference in Mexico. That's the first thing I noticed is, wow, hair. Like just the shine, the volume, and please do tell us your story.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mireille. And yeah, it's fun to be on sessions because we all know each other for a long time, and we've heard each other's stories. But it's still, every time you hear each other's stories, you just know that these products are making such a huge difference. And I'm 62, and every time I tell somebody, they're like, no way. And I just tell them I just take really great products, and they go, tell me more about it. So, when you're walking the talk, it's really easy to tell people how great they are because we're getting the benefits. Like Chris said, we've been working with Max for over 18 years. I think it's going to be 19 in February, right? And we were familiar with glutathione. I've never had any health issues. Just like little things along the way. I dropped a weight on my finger, and I just took so many of the products really quickly. And I was surprised the next day. I went right back to the gym and I was working out. Thank God I didn't break any bones, but just little things along the way. But knowing that we have an abundance of glutathione in our cells because we've been on these products for so long, we just live really, really healthy. And of course, nutrition is a big part of it, and getting proper sleep is also a big part of it, mindset. But when you feel really good inside, that's the most important thing. And we take all the products. I love them all. And 19 years, going on 19 years, and we'll never go off them.
No.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. And once again, if you try the products for yourself, as Chris mentioned earlier on, you commit to 90 days and you will be certainly wanting to share your testimony. So I'll let Chris close things off. Thank you for sharing your testimonies, ladies.
Really appreciate all of you. And folks, listen, if you appreciate the presentation this evening, and we do them every 2 weeks, and the frequency may increase as we move in the future very soon. Feel free to hit that like button and post a comment in there. Let us know maybe what's going on, what's happening. You'd like to try this, let us know. And really, really appreciate your time. And again, your feedback is equally important and appreciated. So have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening, and we look forward to our next presentation. And bye for now.
Thanks. Good night, everyone.
Good night.